Yo, what's up, thrill seekers? I am on my way to the park to get this early morning flight in. Let's see, I got 55 degrees on the dash for temp, and the wind is, I don't know, 3 miles per hour. There's like no wind, so we're gonna try to get some footage, do our flight talk. I'm gonna start doing a series of videos called Flight Talk. We're basically gonna fly the plane and get some footage of the, plane in the air. But I'm also going to maybe talk about different topics. And I'd like to start with talking about military drones. So I'm gonna do some research, maybe see if I can get some video clips and all that good stuff, and I think that'll be something good to talk about, because a lot of these FPV planes are mimicking actual military drones. Obviously the military drones are made out of high quality composite materials like fiberglass and whatnot, and our planes are only made out of foam. But the design is still the same, and the flight characteristics are pretty much the same. Obviously, we're not getting 200 plus miles per hour like those can, but we're still to experience pretty much how those drones react and fly. This Skyhawk V2 is pretty much a direct copycat of the Bayraktar TB2, so that's what I've been doing my research on. Let me roll this window up. But that's what I've been doing my research on, is that Bayraktar TB2. All of my flights, well, not all of them, but most of my flights in the last 2 weeks have been with the Skyhawk V2, and basically the same setup as the Bayraktar TB2. I have a single motor in the back, single prop, single motor. And it's very efficient. Now I don't know how theirs is running. I'm assuming theirs is running on the ATEL/VTEL format, where they use that rear ATEL as the elevator and a rudder. But I am using my ATEL as a Delta setup, so both the wings and the ATEL are working like a Delta, which is, I think it's working out pretty well. I do have another Skyhawk that I'm kind of wanting to run that one in the stock configuration, and I'm wanting to keep this one in the Delta configuration. But I've already flown this one on the stock configuration, and I will tell you, it flew good. But I noticed you have to keep the speed up, or you're going to get a tip stall when you have it running as an ATEL. I don't know how the Bayraktar behaves. I'm wondering if that also has, I don't know, their wingspan on that is a lot more than what this is. I think 940 millimeters is kind of small. I think the wingspan would be better. Maybe I can try to extend the wingspan to make it 1.5 meters or something like that. I think a 1.5 meter wingspan, or even a 2 meter wingspan, would be great. Even running it as an ATEL, I think having a bigger wingspan would help out. I think these shorter wings definitely make it more nimble or agile, but you also run into the problem of stalling the plane out, which is never good, because I have this thing, I have crossfire in here, and let's say you're, a mile out, or, a far distance out, and you slow it down and to do a turn or whatever. For some reason you slow down and that thing tip stalls out. It's gonna be a bad day. Running it as a Delta, you cannot tip stall it. I've tried. it just will not tip stall at all. So we are now pulling up to the park, and looks like they have the little water sprinklers on. We're not worried about those, but yeah, we just pulled up to the flying area, and I'm just gonna get a quick flight. I only have one pack, so I'm gonna get this quick flight, and then we're gonna head out. Alright guys, we are on our first attempt. Hopefully this is the only attempt, because we only have one pack. The sun is CG's good. We're gonna launch it. Takeoff here. We are running the Hobbystar 2216 1120 kV motor. We have a 40 amp ESC powered by a 4S 2200 milliamp LiPo. The prop on the rear is a APC 7x6, and it does pretty well. I will add that by the time I got this in the air, the wind did pick up, so that's why this is really shaky footage. There's no stabilization. This is just raw video, and this thing's doing pretty good. I found some footage of a Bayraktar TB2, so I'm going to insert that. I'm going to let that play for a second.
All-out battle. Drone Bayraktar TB2 Ukrainian drops missile above Russian army tank in Kherson. Ukraine has seen great success using Turkish-manufactured Bayraktar TB2 drones throughout the Russian invasion, and a video shared on Twitter over the weekend shows the damage that these drones can do.
Like I said, this drone is pretty badass. I enjoy flying it. It doesn't handle the wind very well because this is kind of a lightweight drone. Obviously, the real Bayraktar is heavier, so it can withstand the high winds a little better, but I think this thing would be very, very good for a long-range FPV plane / drone.
And became armed in the following year with the integration of Roketsan's MAM-C and MAM-L smart micro munitions. This medium-sized drone is 6.5 meters long, has a wingspan of 12 meters, and a maximum takeoff weight of 650 kilos. Its 100 horsepower engine enables the drone to reach a maximum speed of 220 kilometers per hour and maximum altitudes of 27,000 feet. In optimal conditions with a low payload, it can stay airborne for 27 hours. The TB2 is capable of fully autonomous takeoff and landing, and is able to return to base by itself if communication is lost with the ground station that the drone pilot operates it from.
I think it's pretty hilarious that he used the wording drone pilot. But yeah, this is very, very impressive. I wouldn't mind flying one of those Bayraktar TB2s. I think it would be sick just to fly it and see how it compares. I mean, obviously it's gonna fly better than this, but for $117, this is kind of hard to beat bang for buck. I mean, this thing's sick.